In my checklists book, I've got a checklist called My Networking Tactics Checklist. Now, I don't know why, but when I think of activities to do, I think of going about them in sort of a checklist fashion. That's how I kind of wrote this book. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So come on, let's get into it and I'll show you what my networking tactics checklist is all about. So when it comes to networking with others, especially in person, here are a number of things to keep in mind, to take with you, to prepare for, what to say, what not to say, and what to take advantage of when it comes to networking. The following networking tactics are right out of my book, My Networking Tactics. Do you have it? You should. It's the book on networking. So my networking tactics goes like this. When I think about networking and going out in public and going to meetings and events and such to network with other people, I think of it in this fashion, such as, number 1, target market. Know who you're networking with. Don't network just to get out of the house, even though that's sometimes nice. Research the event and in advance so your chances of securing a lead, meeting a new client, or making a sale are high. So target market, number 1. Who are we going to be networking with? Number 2, goals. What are your goals for networking when you go to a networking event? I know what mine are, and I have specific goals that I want to accomplish, and I go into that in the book. So our next item on the checklist is to establish our goals. What are we going to accomplish by going to this networking event? Number 3, perhaps those goals might include resources. So what resources are we going to bring to the event to share with others? For example, I can remember countless times I'd be in a conversation with someone, listening to what their needs are. And I would say, oh, well, you need X service, or you need to go to whatever.com and check that out, and that'll probably help you out. They thought the world of me because I came with resources to serve. And so you want to come up with a list of resources in your niche or your expertise so that when you're talking to people, you can go, oh, phew. And what's more, you might even come with a little piece of paper or some kind of list to say, hey, here's a list of services that might help you with whatever you're doing. So resources. Be a resource for people. Number 4, the next step in networking is preparation. We've got to research and rehearse our networking style. We got to research the companies that we'll be meeting with. And who are we going to be networking with? We got to prepare everything about going to that event so it is a success. Number 5, we must be prepared for selling. And I'm not talking about in your face or this or that, but countless times I've brought my books to a networking event and people were just curious. So I stuck the book in their hand. And as they're looking through it, they're like, this looks really good. How much is this? And I said, it's just $20. And they say, do you take credit card? And I said, sure. I got my Venmo. I got this. I got that. Got my PayPal reader, whatever. Well, their friend comes over and they say, what you doing? Oh, this guy wrote a book about this. And I put a book in their hand. The bottom line is, be prepared to act when someone wants to give you money. Don't turn it away. Don't look at it as a negative thing. On the spot, somebody just inquired and you just innocently say, yeah, it's $20. They pull out their wallet. They give you the cash. Seriously. You don't go looking for it, but you're just prepared if it happens. Number 6, promotion. What are you promoting? You might want to bring a tablet, laptop, your phone to show people what it is that you're promoting or you're doing. And when I say promotion, it's really just about sharing. So what do you do? Oh, well, here, take a look at this. On the smartphone or tablet. Good stuff. Number 7, presence. How do you look? How do you walk? Stand, speak? How do you hold your hands? What's your posture like? All of this can work in your favor. So presence, how you present yourself physically, conversationally, when you're with other people, that is on the checklist of being a great networker. Number 8, conversation. This is a big deal in the sense, what do you say? What do you not say? In fact, questions are the greatest networking communication activity that you could do. Asking questions. So tell me about yourself. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And you listen. And then they say, well, what about you? What do you do? And then you say, well, I'm not that important. Tell me more about this. And you turn the conversation back on them. asking more questions. Who cares about you? Networking events are about finding out how you can help people, and that's it. Well, no, there are a lot of great reasons to go networking, but conversation, it's so important. And I go into conversations in the networking book where I talk about what you should say, opening lines, how to get out of meetings or groups and conversations that are boring and you just want to get out of there, techniques for that. My networking tactics is just loaded with a huge conversation section. Number 9, actions. What do you do before, during, and after the networking event? And this is very important and very noticeable by others. How should you behave? What about your etiquette, manners, gestures, mannerisms? Pay attention, observe, listen, learn. Good stuff. Actions. I talk about that in my networking tactics. And then future growth. After the networking event has ended, how will you nurture your prospects to further grow your business in the months ahead? So we're talking about prioritizing some business cards if you picked them up, maybe going through them, also following up with people that you met immediately within 24 hours via email, maybe a LinkedIn connection, a phone call, maybe a direct message on their social media account. Stay in touch, out of sight, out of mind. Let people know that, hey, you were important and I'm glad we met each other yesterday. And I just want to keep myself on your radar and, hey, don't forget me. And let's try to have a conversation maybe on the phone this or next week. All right, great. And then number 11 here, my networking books, 3 simple networking tactics anyone can master to become successful at networking. This is a fast read. Also, my networking tactics, what no one else will tell you, all the tools, tactics, techniques, and tricks you need to know to be truly successful at networking. And then, of course, I've got 51 real networking mistakes to avoid when networking. Stop wasting time, losing money, and start networking like a real rock star. Anyhow, that's a great book too. So, hey, if you like this checklist, you can check it out. It's a Google Doc for free. And all you got to do is just go to the description box right here underneath this video and click this link here that says download and print this checklist. And when you do, it'll take you to the Google Doc checklist, where you can click File, make a copy to your Google Gmail Drive, or you can email a copy to yourself as a Word doc attachment. You can download this checklist as a Microsoft Word doc, or if you wanted to print it, you could. You can also get the print version of my checklist book over on Amazon. Click this link here, and it'll take you to Amazon, where you can order the checklist book and they'll mail it to you. And it includes all 70 checklists. So imagine all these checklists in one book. This is an extremely informative, educational, and insightful manual of checklists. Good stuff. And you can click this link right here, and you can check out my 3 networking books if you click this link right here. And that takes you to my website where you can check out these 3 networking books, learn more, order them, etc. And also, these books are available in audiobook format to listen to on my YouTube channel for free. So check that out. All right. Well, hey, I hope this checklist helps. And if it does, great. I know for me, I go into every networking event with these items in mind, just like a checklist: target market, goals, resources, preparation, selling, promotion, presence, conversation, actions, and future growth. It's the perfect networking formula. All right, come on. Let's check out the next checklist in the series of my checklist book. You're doing great.